Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. I've been meaning to do an update of my cubing collection. I tried to stick them all on top of this coffee table. It's a little cramped. I was going to wait till the end of the start of the summer to do a recap of what's actually in my collection. But since we've had this COVID-19 scare, I had to bring all my puzzles from work home, and I figured what a better time to do it than now. Cubes. I'd like to show you the cubing bags that I've been using. This one's from Chi. It's got this nice Velcro strap on it. Fit a lot of cubes in here, nice and secure. I also have the Moyu backpack. Fit a lot of cubes right down here. Sizable storage. Put some other stuff up here. This is my blindfold I use for, blindfold events. You can change the eye size, it's pretty funny. And I also have the two YJ bags, the small one and the little tiny one. But let's get started on the actual cubes. The first cube I wanted to show was this one. This one is a Chi Warrior. It's the very first cube I bought besides my Rubik's brand cube. And this is what got me into it. I'll probably never get rid of this one, even though it's really not that nice. But after I got this one, I decided I would buy these ones. This is the Moyu GTS line. Some of them are Moyu GTS 2s. Some of them are Moyu GTS 1s because they never made it to. First one we're going to pull out is their standard 3x3. Really liked this one a lot. Used it as a main for some time. The very big box, a little deceiving. This is their 4x4. Very good cube. Their GTS 1, 5x5. Their 6x6, which was relatively popular for a while. And probably the least popular of the series. I was a new cuber, really didn't know what I was buying. I just figured Moyu was a go-to company. This is the 7x7. I did get a little bit of use out of it, but not nearly as good as the Haze or the Spark. So once again, this is their GTS line, 3x3, 4x4, 5x5, 6x6, and 7x7 with my very first cube. These next cubes coming out are all of YJ's V2 line. We have three 3x3s. We have the 4x4. We have the 5x5, the 6x6, and the 7x7. I bought these ones for my classroom. I'm a math teacher and I let the kids play around with them, and whenever I'm a little bored I pick them up too. Great buys, very cheap, and I think this 7x7, if you're on a budget, $20 for this is a really good deal. Coming out next are my mains. This right here is the GAN 356X. I do not want to upgrade it to the XS. It comes with this nice little plastic container. On to 4x4. I did like the smaller 59mm Moyu WRM. Does come with a case, much smaller than the original GTS 2. I got sick of waiting for Moyu's 5x5 and I'm glad I did. This is the Volk 5. It comes with this beautiful case, and if you're on the fence on waiting for that Moyu cube, I would just get the Volk 5. It's very good. There has been some talk about the YJ cube, MGC 6. I'm still sticking with the Shadow. I'm seeing too many people are having issues with the centerpieces breaking on the YJ MGC. And this was the 7x7 that I purchased a little while ago. It is the Spark. I really do like the Spark. I'm not too fond of the Shadow. Hopefully they have better 6x6 hardware coming out. But these ones are my mains. The GAN 356X, the Moyu Asu WRM, Volk 5. We got the Shadow back here, and we have the spark right here, all magnetic, of course. We move on to two really big puzzles that I have, well, three of them actually, kind of a funny joke. This is the 11 by 11 from Moyu. I believe it's the MFJS 11 by 11 Weilong, and this is the Sheng Xiao Gigaminx. I really like those quite a bit. And my biggest puzzle, more of a joke than anything, the big 3x3. Each one of these blocks is approximately 56 millimeters. It is a gigantic cube. I believe it's called the Hishu. It's a funny desk piece. Next puzzles coming up are my Minx puzzles. This here is my Moyu magnetic Pyraminx. These are just two generic Pyraminxes that I had from when I started cubing. I leave them both in my classroom. The kids like to mess around with them. This is the Megaminx I live in my classroom. It is the Moyu Megaminx. I did not want to buy it, but it was only $5. Figured why not? It's a good turning puzzle to bring into the classroom. I have my 4x4 Master Pyraminx right here. I believe this one's from Chi. Could be wrong. I have my Professor Pyraminx that I just got. I've been waiting to get this for some time. It does not turn very well. I would only buy it if you want to solve it a couple times. It's more of a showpiece than anything. I do like having it though. It's a cool puzzle. I have my 2x2 Sheng Xiao. I believe they call it a Kibiminx, or could be wrong about that. It's up for debate. And this is my Galaxy LM. It's the one that's a little bigger. It's got the, I forget what that's called. It's got the ridges, we'll call it. I do like it. It turns pretty well. I'm not much of a Megaminx fan. And this is a good transition puzzle. This is my MFJS, or my Moyu ReadyMinx, I guess we'll call it. And we'll go on to some other puzzles real quick. As I say, good transition onto this one. This is Yuzhin's version of the ReadyMinx. I believe they call it the Pedal Cube, something along those lines. It's a nice upgrade from the ReadyMinx. It does have magnets in it. Well, on to some Scube-like puzzles. Start with the Scubes. This is my Budget Chi Cube. This is my Moyu magnetic Scube. I'm not much of a Scube fan, but I figured I'd get one just to solve it a couple times. Some other Scube cubes that just came out are this one. I believe it is the Moyu or MFJS Maple Leaf, and same company. I believe it's called the Polaris Cube. This one is really interesting. You turn these corners to get it unlocked into a Scube, and then you can turn the corners. It's pretty unique. I do like it a lot. This is one that I really do not like at all. I believe it is the Volt Square 1. I solved it one time without a guide, as I do with all my puzzles, and I've only solved it that one time. Not much of a fan. This is my least favorite puzzle of all. It is the face-turning octahedron. You've probably seen my tutorial on how to solve it. I really do not like this puzzle at all. Least favorite one, hands down. This one is David Pitcher's 6-spot cube. I understand it's just like an Ivy cube, but David Pitcher is more well known for his Pitcher Insanity cube, and I figured I'd pick one of these up just to support him a little bit. This is one that most people don't have. It is the Diane Tangram cube. It's solved just like a pentahedron, except you have to hold it like this. This would be the center of the pentahedron down here. I thought this was a very fun solve. And we have the YJ Pedal Pyraminx with turning centers. This was a very easy solve, but nonetheless it was fun and nice little piece to have. Puzzles I'm going to show you are all 3x3 shape mods. This is the barrel cube. My wife got this for me. It was made by some Russian guy. So I don't think it's a name brand or anything. I think the guy just made it. Pretty cool little puzzle. The most common 3x3 mods that you're going to see are your bump or mirror cubes. This one I bought from a dollar store, so I don't know who exactly made it. And this is a Sheng Xiao one. I do like the black on it. Those are my only mirror cubes that I have that are 3x3 variant. We have the YJ Fisher cube. We have the YJ Axis cube. And I believe we have a YJ Windmill cube. Yes. So these are the YJ ones. And then we have the Chi Fisher. We should have a Chi Windmill. Yup. And there should be a Chi Axis cube. Here it is. So we have a couple different types of Axis, Windmill, and Fisher. These ones are obviously stickerless. These are stickered depending on what you like. You know, you can pick one of these up. I don't know why I bought this. This is MFJS's Axis cube. You can really speed solve on this, to be honest with you. That's probably why I was more interested in getting it, to see how quick I could do it. But out of these, I do like the Chi ones the best. Now this next puzzle I'm going to pull out with these ones in the front. I started talking to blind cubers online, and I introduced them to these puzzles because they were getting sick of their Braille puzzles. And I introduced them to these, and once they figured these ones out, they said, is there any more? And I said, I don't know. They actually make MFJS and a couple other companies, they do make bumped versions of the Fisher and the Windmill. And if they're really feeling up for it, it would be very difficult if you were blind. But I have two ghost cubes. I have Ninja's ghost cube right here, their Starry Night puzzle. This is the one I solve all the time. And I do have Mefrit's version of the ghost cube, the original. And I don't touch this one very much because I don't want to mess it up. It's more of a showpiece for me than anything. I put it up on the shelf. I think the last 3x3 shape mod's pretty generic. It's a Master Morphix. I believe this is from Chi. Yeah, it's from Chi. Very generic puzzle. I like this one the best. But great showpiece. We're kind of on the home stretch here. I think this is a puzzle or a cube everyone should have. This is the calendar cube. If you put the stickers on the cube appropriately, you can make the date whatever you want. Leave it on your desk. Cool little showpiece. These puzzles I'm going to show you were very, very difficult. For me at least. The bandage cubes from Z-Cube. Notice the bandage on this one is just the first corner block, 2x2. This one is all 2x1s, and I think there might be a 1x1 on there somewhere. This one was kind of a pain in the ass. I think this is bandage cube A, bandage cube B, and this one did take me a little bit of time. Bandage cube C, I believe there is a 2x2x1 and another 2x2x1 and another 2x2x1. And then the rest are all 1x1s. This was kind of a pain in the ass. All three of these were very difficult if you do them without a guide. If you do them with a guide, they're obviously trivial, but they're fun puzzles. I really did like them a lot. And these are two little starter puzzles. I leave these in my classroom. This is called the One Face Cube. Once you solve one layer, you are done. It's a good practice puzzle for someone trying to build confidence. And this one is called the Sandwich Cube. You just try to separate the colors and make a sandwich between the blue and the red. And once you separate the blue, and then you make the second layer, obviously the third one's solved for free. A good little starter puzzle to build some confidence with a new cuber. As part of the video, final cubes. This is the GAN 356R. I bought this as a cube that I could just bring around with me and beat up. If it breaks, it breaks. But I wanted to have the same colors and the same, somewhat the same feel as my GAN 356X. Unfortunately, the color scheme is completely different as far as the shades go, so I kind of feel like I wasted my money on this one. We have my original Rubik's 2x2 and my Rubik's 3x3. They turn pretty bad, but you fix them up, they're not too bad. This is my GAN 249 2x2. I'm not a 2x2 fan. I just had it to solve. This is my original 2x2 that I upgraded from after this. I bought it on Amazon and it was packaged by Rondex. I have no idea who makes this cube, but it doesn't turn as well as this one, obviously. I leave this one at work with these so the kids can mess with them. And this was the 3x3 I bought my kid. This is the MFJS, and remember this was the 49 millimeter cube. This one's probably about 45 or 46 millimeters. He's only 4 years old, so I wanted to get him something that fit in his hand a little bit better, and maybe I can throw him this one eventually. Or if he's lucky, I'll give him my Moyu GTS 2M. Guys, that's my collection right now. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry about the distance in my videos, but you know, we all have lives, and this is just for fun. Have a good day, guys.